Strategy number 3, implant strategies. I told you a couple slides ago I was going to tell you about a doctor of ours that is killing it with large implant restorative dentistry. He's only doing all on 4, all on 6 protocols. I want to tell you a quick story about him, and then I'll get into the nuts and bolts of the strategy. So this particular doctor has been doing this for about 10 years now. Started off doing some singles and whatnot, and now anything that is not a full arch, he gives to his associates. He only does the surgery. He even gives the restorative side to his associates. I mean, he's grown this implant engine into a beast. And what he's doing, because you can't do, obviously, elective case surgery right now in the state he's in, is he's still doing consults, right? He's still having a conversation with them. If they're comfortable and they want to have that conversation in person, great. Come into the office, patient security plan. There's only going to be one patient in the office. We're going to sit 6 foot apart, and I'm going to walk you through this thing. If you want to do remote, great. We've got a remote tool that I can walk you through this, and then I can get on a video chat just like this and tell you about your options with a pretty concise, pretty narrowed in selection of which is going to work for you. Obviously, it doesn't replace a CAT scan. This doctor has a CAT scan in his office, and he's going to tell them that. Listen, here, judging by your case, we can help you. You may have been told before you didn't have enough bone. I rarely see that as a problem, but we'll confirm that when you come in and get a CAT scan, that everything looks good. Here's how we do this. Here's the, and he goes through, he's got a whole presentation. He's got a whole financial options that he walks through. And last year, he had a 57% close rate on implant consultations. He charges $247 for the consultation. And that includes your x-ray and exam. And he is killing it. I can't tell you, everybody's expectation was that elective case was going to dry up when this happened. And this is in a small suburban Midwest market in the U.S. If I told you who and where it was, you'd go to their website and you'd go, this guy, he's not in like Las Vegas. You know, he's not on the coast. It's crazy. And we're seeing this with other implant doctors that are taking these strategies as well. Patients are sitting at home. They're not spending money on vacation. They're not spending money on trips. They're not having workers over to their house to remodel because they're in their house and nobody remodels in their house. They're not spending money right now. Everybody is scared. And this particular segment of the market pays a lot of these bills out of their retirement funds, their 401ks. There is a concern that I've talked through that with the market also being down at the same time as this coronavirus, that may dry up some of the availability of 401k funds. Thus far, we're not seeing that. His phone is absolutely ringing off the hook. He had 13 implant consultations last week, and 8 of them moved forward. Now, he can't do the surgeries until the state recommends that he be allowed to reopen. He's not going against the recommendation for obvious reasons. However, he's offering them a small discount to get in line. If you want me to do your case, I'm your guy, and I'm going to take great care of you. I'm going to give you a small discount, and we're going to get you booked in as soon as this thing's over, and we can get you in here. And he's collecting 95% of the fee up front. It's remarkable. And he has literally, really no impact from this. The biggest impact this particular doctor is going to have is that he's got 3 months of surgeries already booked out as soon as the state allows him to open. If you want more information on this particular doctor, I'm not going to share it here in a public setting. I'm happy to share some more details in a private setting where I think that's more appropriate. So implant practices right now are thriving. If you've built your expert status it's going really well for you. If you're doing mass market TV, radio, billboard, you need to be calling those guys and negotiating your rate, telling them, hey, listen, we got to bring this thing down right now. You know how things are at. This is really tough. Paid and remote consults, don't break your process. If you have a process set up that's closing at 50 or 60%, it's really important that you keep the wheels spinning, right? Follow the playbook. Follow the playbook. You've got your playbook. You know how you run these plays. We want to keep the same behaviors going. Even though this is remote, don't get relaxed with how you're presenting yourself. If you normally show up in a tie, show up in a tie. If you got a white coat on, wear it. You want to be 100% comfortable in your own shoes when you're doing these. And remote consultations were approved by Delta and some other insurers as well. So this is all really good news. There's also remote tools available, Zoom or Hangouts, Google Hangouts. Google's giving away all their premium features for free right now. So a lot of good stuff happening in that arena.